Congratulations. God says, a specific moment has been marked for your breakthrough, but if you delay even briefly, it will be given to someone else. Don't skip God. Listen closely. This is not a random message, and it's not just another passing word. If you scroll away or look away too soon, you could miss the exact moment God prepared just for you. I speak this with urgency, because heaven has marked this second in time for your divine turnaround. If you hesitate, delay, or take this lightly, that appointed miracle may slip past you and be handed to another. I do not say this to scare you, but to wake you. If you truly believe this is for you, comment Amen right now. Let your faith be seen. Your breakthrough is not on the way. It's already been assigned. It's already wrapped with your name in heaven's hands. But here's what many do not realize. Divine moments are not casual. They are specific. God doesn't just move when you feel ready. He moves according to His timing, and His timing has never been wrong. That time has come. That moment has arrived. But if you let fear, doubt, or delay distract you, what could have been yours might pass on to someone else who is ready. This is a holy warning and a loving alert. Stay with me till the end, or you might miss the very shift that changes everything. God is speaking with power, with tenderness, and with fire. You've been praying for a sign, haven't you? You've been asking for confirmation. This is it. You've cried when no one saw. You've whispered prayers you never shared. You've fought silent battles and still stood. And now heaven has responded. This isn't just encouragement. This is divine instruction. There is a moment, set apart in eternity, that is now crossing into your reality, and that moment is not just near, it is now. But only obedience will secure it. Like the widow who baked the last cake for Elijah, like Peter who cast the net one more time, like Abraham who raised the knife in full surrender, it's not about comfort, it's about trust. The miracle required their action at the exact moment God moved, not before, not after. The same is true for you. If you delay, you may lose what was meant to elevate you. You may watch someone else walk into what had your name written all over it, not because God is cruel, but because He is just. His ways are holy. His plans are exact. So many of you are right on the edge, right on the line between before and after. The ground beneath you is sacred. The atmosphere around you is shifting. Angels are moving, and heaven is leaning in. But the next step belongs to you. If you skip over this, if you treat this moment like any other, you could miss everything. Comment 1111 if you believe this moment is your sign. Let it be known to God and to your own soul. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. The tears you cried in secret, the nights you barely slept, the battles you fought without a witness, He saw it all. And now, because of that faith, that endurance, that persistence, God has appointed your breakthrough. But make no mistake, His instruction always comes with urgency. The children of Israel had to leave Egypt the moment the call came. Lot's wife looked back for a brief second, and she lost everything. Saul hesitated, and the kingdom was torn from him. When God moves, He expects movement from you too. Delay is not harmless. Delay is dangerous when God is calling. You might say, but God is merciful, and He is. But mercy doesn't cancel instruction. God told Noah to build the ark before the rain, not during. If Noah had delayed even a day, his entire family would have drowned. Do not test the timing of the Lord. If He is stirring you now, there is a reason. If He is urging you now, it is for something only He can see. But He is good, He is faithful, He is warning you not to miss it. You are chosen for this hour. You are favored, even though it hasn't always felt like it. You are covered, even when the enemy pressed hard. You are protected, even when it looked like all was falling apart. God didn't bring you this far to abandon you, but He will require something of you: your faith, your surrender, your obedience. What you do now will echo into the next season of your life. If you obey, you will walk into rooms you didn't ask for. If you obey, doors will open that others tried to block. If you obey, the breakthrough will manifest so clearly it will silence every doubt you've ever carried. Heaven has scheduled something for you, and you're standing in the hour. Not tomorrow, not a week from now, but this very moment. The breakthrough is already in motion, but it's waiting on your response. Don't ask God to repeat Himself. He's already spoken. He's already confirmed. Now He's looking for your faith to match His voice. This is the hour where what you do next matters more than what you've done before. Your history does not define your access to this miracle. Your obedience does. Your past failures, washed. Your old delays, forgiven. But now the Lord says, will you move when I say move? Will you trust me even when the steps don't make sense? The promised land is not behind you. It's ahead, and the only thing standing between you and it is your willingness to walk forward in faith. There are blessings prepared, promises positioned, and answers waiting, but it's now or never. Not because God is punishing you, but because you're standing in a window of favor. And windows don't stay open forever. I know your heart is tired. I know the waiting has worn you down. But trust this. God never wastes pain. He never delays out of cruelty. Every battle had a purpose. Every storm shaped your strength. And now, after all of that, your moment has arrived. Don't forfeit it. Don't let it slip away. Don't assume it will wait on you. It won't. Because heaven's clock does not tick by earthly patience. It moves by divine order, and your divine hour is now. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed a 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life. But now, you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth starts to follow you starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You've cried for this. You've fasted for this. You've stood in faith even when nothing around you supported that faith. You are not here by accident. You are here by calling. You were meant to hear this. You were meant to receive this. And now, the decision is yours. Stay alert, stay surrendered, and whatever you do, don't skip God. Because if you delay, what was marked for you may pass to someone else, not because He loves you less, but because He honors readiness. But even as you sense it, there's still that hesitation, that voice that says, maybe later, maybe, when I'm ready. Hear this clearly. If you wait for when you feel ready, you will miss what God already declared ready. He isn't waiting for you to be perfect. He's waiting for you to be present. If you truly trust, this is for you. Comment 222 to seal that trust in your spirit. Let this sink deep. God is not a God of confusion. He does not play with your emotions or tease your faith. When He says a moment is marked for you, He means it. That breakthrough isn't floating in some distant future. It's here. It's circling your life, waiting to land, but it cannot stay hovering forever. If you don't step out, if you don't receive it, He will assign it to someone who will. Not because you're rejected, but because the assignment has to move forward. God's plan is bigger than any single delay. But wouldn't it break your heart to see someone else walk into the blessing you've cried for simply because they moved while you paused? This is the hour to silence every lie the enemy has whispered. The lie that you're not enough. The lie that you've missed too many chances. The lie that God must have moved on from you. No, He hasn't. He's right here, speaking directly to you. Not just to inspire you, but to awaken you. To stir that buried faith. To remind you that you are still His. Still chosen. Still covered. Still called. The storm you survived didn't take your promise. It just revealed how serious you were about holding on to it. There is a window of divine release that only opens at certain times. And when it does, you have to step in boldly. Heaven doesn't run on your calendar. It doesn't wait for your comfort. God's move is divine, not convenient. And when He moves, you must move. That's the secret. That's the key. Think about the man at the pool of Bethesda. The water would stir, the angel would pass, but only the one who stepped in first was healed. Some waited too long and missed it. Are you willing to sit and watch? Or will you step in while the water is stirring? Don't be the one who looks back later and says, "That was my moment and I let it go." Don't let fear disguise itself as wisdom. There's a difference between waiting on God and ignoring His prompting. And right now, He's not saying wait, He's saying move. The appointed time for your breakthrough is now. And while He is patient and loving, His timing is holy. He will not bend eternal plans for temporary hesitation. You must align yourself now. Because delay, even by a few moments, can cost what years of faithfulness built. This is not the season to coast. This is not the time to settle. You are not here to survive. You are here to conquer. That breakthrough you've been praying for, it's not coming through your comfort. It's coming through your obedience, through your boldness, through your willingness to say, "Yes, Lord," even if I don't understand, even if I feel afraid, even if it costs me everything. That kind of faith moves mountains. That kind of surrender opens heaven. God has seen your quiet tears. He's heard every prayer. He's watched you choose Him when it would have been easier to walk away. And because of that, He has assigned this moment to you, not just for blessing, but for alignment. He wants to set your life in divine order. He wants to break the cycles that have held you back for years. But He needs your yes, not tomorrow, now. You don't need a full plan. You don't need all the answers. What you need is trust. The same trust Abraham had when God said, "Go to a land I will show you." The same trust Moses had when God said, "Stretch out your hand." The same trust Mary had when she said, "Let it be unto me according to your word." You carry the same Spirit, the same calling, the same God. And He is telling you now, move. If you're waiting for someone to validate you, stop. God already did. If you're waiting for a perfect situation, you'll wait forever. Faith isn't built in clarity, it's built in surrender. You know what God has spoken to your heart. You've seen the signs. You've felt the pull. You don't need more confirmation. What you need is courage. The courage to obey even when it feels uncomfortable. The courage to step out even if it costs you everything familiar. Because what God has for you is far greater than anything you're leaving behind. So what is it that God is asking of you right now? Is it to forgive someone who hurt you? Is it to start the thing He's been whispering about for months? Is it to leave behind what is safe so you can step into what is sacred? Whatever it is, do not delay. Because the moment is marked, and the time is short. Let the Spirit of God stir in you right now. Let it shake the fear. Let it break the hesitation. Let it flood your heart with fire and clarity. You have not missed it yet, but you could if you don't act. Let this be the moment that heaven sees your faith ignite, that your obedience shouts louder than your excuses, that your yes reaches the throne, and unlocks what has been waiting behind spiritual doors for years. Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence. Just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Do not settle for almost. Do not live in what could have been. You've come too far for that. You've endured too much. God has not brought you through the wilderness to let you die at the edge of the promise. You are meant to enter in. You are meant to receive. You are meant to walk in it fully. And when you do, when you obey, when you refuse to delay, watch what God will do. Watch the floodgates open. Watch healing rise. Watch provision fall like rain. Watch peace take over your house. Watch doors you didn't even knock on swing wide open. That is what obedience unlocks. That is what readiness invites. You're not doing this alone. Heaven is backing you. Angels are protecting you. The Spirit is guiding you. The hand of God is steadying you. You are surrounded, favored, and covered. But the blessing requires your step. The miracle needs your motion. Heaven has moved. Now it's your turn. If you truly believe God is speaking to you, comment 333 to declare your faith right now. You are standing on holy ground, and your next decision will shape what unfolds. Do not give in to the lie that it's okay to wait longer. Do not let fear convince you to stand still. When God says move, it's because the miracle has already started moving toward you. This is not just about getting a blessing. This is about stepping into who you really are. This is about becoming the person God always knew you were. You've been refined by fire, tested by storms, shaped by trials, and now God says it's time. If you still feel like this is speaking directly into your spirit, then don't ignore it. Comment 555 right now to confirm your agreement with what heaven is already unfolding. Think about what would have happened if Esther had stayed silent. If she had hesitated in fear, if she had told God, "Now's not the time," an entire nation would have been lost. God would have raised someone else, and she would have missed the very thing she was born to do. That's what's at stake in your delay. Not just the loss of a good thing, but the loss of the very assignment you were created to fulfill. Do not be casual with this. Do not underestimate the weight of the moment. What you're facing now may feel overwhelming. The uncertainty, the cost, the silence of others who should have encouraged you, it all adds up. But God isn't asking you to carry it alone. He's not asking you to make it happen in your own strength. He is simply asking you to trust Him more than you trust your fear. He is asking you to choose obedience over comfort. That's it. When you do that, He does the rest. He makes the way. He opens the doors. He silences the giants. But He waits for your step. Every moment in the Bible where breakthrough came, it followed one thing: obedience. Not feelings, not logic, not comfort, just obedience. When Joshua walked around Jericho, it wasn't the sound of the trumpets or the shouting of the people that made the walls fall, it was the obedience. When the widow poured her last bit of oil, it wasn't because she knew how it would work, it was because she obeyed. That's the pattern. That's the way of the kingdom. Breakthrough follows obedience. And now, God is calling you to do the same. To trust Him, not in the future, but in the now, right now. Before you see it, before you understand it, before you feel ready. Because He knows what's ahead. He knows what your yes will unlock. He sees the blessing you cannot see yet, and He is holding it in place, but only for a moment. That window is open now. It will not stay open forever. This is not a scare tactic, it's a divine reality. Appointed times are just that, appointed. They are not permanent, they are invitations, and you must choose to enter. Let this be the moment you look back on and say, "That's when everything changed." Let this be the hour your faith spoke louder than your fear. Don't be the one who lets this pass by. Don't trade divine timing for temporary safety. You've done that before, haven't you? You've waited too long in the past. You've seen what hesitation can cost. Don't repeat that. You've learned from it. Now apply what you learned. Now act on it. The enemy wants you to sit back, to stay still, to wait until everything feels perfect. But God is calling you to move while it still looks impossible. Because that's when His power shows up. That's when miracles happen. When Peter stepped out of the boat, the water didn't become solid first. He had to put his foot down in faith. And that's exactly what God is calling you to do now, to step, even if the surface looks unstable, even if no one else is stepping with you. And as you step, you will begin to see what was invisible before. You will see favor surround you. You will see peace follow you. You will see strength rise inside of you. You will see provision in places you didn't expect. Because when you align yourself with heaven's timing, all of heaven backs you up. You are not stepping into the unknown. You are stepping into the ordained. You are not average. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are marked by God. You are chosen by His hand. You are a carrier of His promise. And that promise is not on pause. It is waiting for your response. Do not let this moment fall into the hands of another. What is meant for you is still being held for you, but it won't wait forever. This moment is about more than you. It's about what God wants to do through you. It's about who He wants to reach through your story. Your breakthrough is not just a blessing, it's a key. It's meant to unlock someone else's hope, someone else's courage, someone else's future. That's why the enemy has fought you so hard. That's why the delay has been so painful, because what you're carrying is too important to be wasted. Could a 9-word ritual really be your key to financially freedom? What sounds like fiction is now being confirmed by science. Harvard researchers and FBI documents point to a hidden brain center that, when activated, draws in abundance naturally. This 9-word prayer has helped over 19,000 broke people attract wealth and live a life full of abundance. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. God is not calling you to strive, He's calling you to surrender. That's the difference. The enemy makes you feel like you have to earn everything. God says, just obey. That's the open door. That's the invitation. That's the only thing He's waiting for. Your yes. So stop waiting for everything to be perfect. It won't be. Stop waiting for a sign that's loud enough to drown your doubt. This is your sign. This is the moment. This is the hour. And it's here, right now. Don't treat it like it's ordinary. Don't treat it like it can come back around whenever you want. It's sacred, it's rare, it's God-given, and it is yours. But only if you move, only if you trust, only if you say yes. You've prayed, you've waited, you've hoped. Now it's time to act. Let this be the beginning of everything new. Let this be the moment heaven sees your obedience and responds. God's power is here. His presence is surrounding you. His angels are already making the way. All that's left is your step. Don't wait. Don't doubt. Don't delay. Obey. Not randomly, not casually, but intentionally. And now, it's here. This isn't about hype. This is about destiny. If you keep ignoring the call in your spirit, if you let this moment drift by, it won't just be a missed opportunity, It could shift the entire direction of your life. God is watching to see what you do now. This is your test of trust. Not because He doesn't know your heart, but because He wants to see it move into action. You've said you believe. You've prayed for breakthrough. But now, the breakthrough is calling you, and it's your turn to respond. This isn't just about a promise being fulfilled. This is about a door that only opens through obedience. A door that's been shut for years is now cracking open. But it won't stay that way long. You've got to decide if you're going to step through or stay stuck. It's easier to stay in the familiar, to settle in the place where at least you know what to expect, even if it's less than what you deserve. But God isn't calling you to what's easy. He's calling you to what's divine. He's calling you to what's greater. And the risk of staying in comfort is far more dangerous than the risk of stepping into His plan. Don't forget what's at stake. You're not just delaying a dream. You're delaying healing, restoration, purpose, freedom. There are blessings that have been waiting on your readiness, and now they're positioned right in front of you. If you walk in faith, they will meet you. If you hesitate, they may pass to another, not because God is angry, but because God is precise. He moves in appointed times, and this one has your name on it. Do not give it up. You've carried pain and fought battles no one fully understands, and yet you're still standing. That's not by your strength. That's the evidence of God's protection. You've been hit but not destroyed. You've been rejected but not erased. Why? Because God has preserved you for this very moment. This is why the enemy tried so hard to distract you, to drain you, to make you feel disqualified. But what the enemy didn't realize is that every time he hit you, he was only making you stronger for what's next. If you've ever needed a moment to choose faith, this is it. Not when things are clear, not when things are perfect, but right here, in the middle of the uncertainty. Because faith that only moves when life is safe is not faith. Real faith steps forward when nothing makes sense except God's voice. And right now that voice is saying, move, obey, trust me. You will never be more ready than you are now. And even if you feel completely unprepared, it doesn't matter. Because God doesn't anoint the ready, He anoints the willing. All He's looking for is a heart that says, yes, even now, even in the middle of fear, even in the middle of doubt. If that's you, if you know you can't miss what God is offering in this hour, comment 777 to declare that you are stepping forward. I know what it feels like to wait. To wait so long for something to change that you begin to wonder if maybe God forgot. But He didn't. Every delay was part of your preparation. Every moment you felt hidden was God shielding you until the time was right. And now that it is, you cannot shrink back. This is not the time to hesitate. This is the time to move with holy confidence. God has already gone before you. He has already sent His angels ahead of you. The moment you say yes, heaven starts moving. People will show up you didn't expect. Opportunities will open you didn't ask for. The atmosphere will begin to shift. That's what happens when your obedience aligns with God's timing. That's what opens the floodgates of favor. But you must release what's behind you. You cannot move forward if you keep looking back. The past is over. The failures, the disappointments, the pain, it's all behind you now. You don't live there anymore. God is doing a new thing. But He will not force you to step into it. He'll invite you, call you, stir your heart, but He won't drag you. You must say yes. And when you do, things will begin to make sense. The confusion you've carried will begin to fade. The heaviness will lift, because alignment with God brings peace that doesn't make sense to the world. It brings joy even in hard places. It brings confidence even when you still have questions. That's how you'll know you're walking in His will. Not because it's easy, but because you know He's walking with you. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, cleared debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. This is not about being fearless. This is about being obedient in spite of fear. God never said you wouldn't feel afraid. He said, "Do not be afraid, for I am with you." The difference is not in the feeling, it's in the decision. Fear doesn't disqualify you. Deliberate disobedience does. So don't let fear be louder than your faith. Don't let fear rob you of what God said is yours. You've been asking God to speak. He's speaking now. You've been asking for a sign. This is your sign. You've been asking for a shift. This is your shift. Everything you've been crying for is standing in front of you right now, wrapped in a moment of obedience. Will you say yes? Will you take the step? You are loved. You are chosen. You are not forgotten. And you are not being overlooked. Heaven sees you. Heaven believes in you. And heaven is waiting for your yes. Don't let this pass by. Don't walk away. Don't look back and wonder what would have happened if you had believed a little sooner. Make this the moment you gave God your full yes. He's ready. Are you? The enemy is hoping you'll stay distracted. He wants you to delay just long enough that this moment closes. But you won't let him win. You've come too far to stop now. Too much has been invested in you. The prayers, the tears, the battles, they were not for nothing. They were building your strength for this very hour. So rise, step, move. Let today be the day you break the pattern. Let today be the day you stop repeating cycles of almost. Let today be the day you walk into what God always had prepared. It's not too late, but it is time. You are not disqualified, but you must decide. God is saying, this is your moment, but I won't force it on you. I've opened the door, now I need you to walk through it. This moment will not last forever. If you've ever wondered what it looks like when heaven gives you a chance, this is it. There is a cost to ignoring God's timing. A spiritual cost. A loss that might not be felt immediately, but it will be felt eventually. Delay doesn't always show its damage overnight. Sometimes it shows up in the heaviness that lingers, the discouragement that doesn't lift, the missed opportunities you couldn't see until later. This is why God is being so clear, so direct. He's not speaking to scare you, He's speaking to save you. Because what He's planned for you cannot be birthed in indecision. When Jesus called His disciples, He didn't give them a long list of details. He simply said, "Follow me." And they dropped their nets immediately. That's what obedience looks like. No more stalling, no more excuses, just movement, just faith. That kind of faith releases power. That kind of response catches heaven's attention. You want to see the supernatural? You want to experience the miraculous? Then do what God says when He says it. That's when the breakthrough comes. That's when chains fall off. That's when things finally begin to make sense. You weren't created to stay stuck in cycles of almost. You weren't created to live with the pain of what could have been. But that's exactly what happens when you ignore these holy moments. You look back months or years later and realize it was all there, but you didn't move. God does not want that to be your story. He's giving you another chance right now, another call, another invitation. Please, don't let this one pass. If you feel this is speaking directly to you, comment 1010 as your act of faith right now. Think of the parable of the 10 virgins. They all had lamps, they all had access to oil, but only 5 were ready when the bridegroom came. The others missed it not because they didn't want to go, but because they weren't prepared. They assumed there would be more time. They assumed they could wait a little longer. And they were wrong. That is what delay does. It convinces you that there's more time, when in fact, the time is now. You've prayed for this. You've asked God for breakthrough, for purpose, for direction, and He's answering. But it's not coming in the way you expected. It's coming as a call to move. That's the part we don't always want to hear. We want the promise without the push. We want the blessing without the burden of responsibility. But that's not how it works. With every blessing comes a decision, and right now your decision is simple. Will you obey, or will you delay? There's someone else who's been watching you. They don't know your full story, but they've seen your strength. They've seen your fight. And your obedience could be the very thing that leads them to their own. That's how big this is. It's not just about you. It's about everyone connected to your yes. Everyone who will find courage because you chose to walk in faith. That's the kind of influence you carry. That's the kind of power your obedience holds. Do not underestimate what God can do with one simple act of surrender. He doesn't need your full plan. He just needs your full yes. The kind of yes that doesn't ask for details. The kind of yes that says, even if I don't know what's next, I know who is calling me. That's the kind of yes that moves mountains. That's the kind of yes that pulls heaven to earth. You may be surrounded by uncertainty, but you are also surrounded by grace. God has not left you to figure it out alone. He is with you. His Spirit is speaking to you right now, confirming what your heart already knows. The longer you wait, the heavier it becomes. The more you think about it, the harder it feels. But the moment you move in obedience, the weight will lift. Because God never meant for you to carry the burden of delay. He meant for you to walk in the freedom of faith. Why is the government desperate to hide this 9-word prayer? A shocking FBI leak has just revealed a simple 9-word prayer now, letting everyday people erase debt and attract unstoppable wealth. Verified by leading scientists and supported by Harvard research, this at-home ritual is turning financial stress into a life of luxury. Dream homes, new cars, luxurious vacations, it's all within reach. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. This is your window. This is your hour. You will not always feel this clarity. You will not always sense this urgency. That in itself is confirmation that the time is now. Don't look back in regret. Don't wonder what could have been. Say yes while the door is still open. Say yes while heaven is still stirring, because once this moment passes, it will not come back the same way. God will move on to accomplish His purpose. And if you are not ready, He will find someone who is. But you are ready. You are more ready than you think. Not because you feel strong, but because He has been preparing you all along. Every delay, every lesson, every closed door, it was building something inside of you. Something strong, something unshakable. And now, it's time to use it. Now, it's time to walk in it. Heaven rejoices when one soul says yes. When one heart fully surrenders. Let that be you today. Let all of heaven see your obedience and release what's been waiting. Because what's waiting is greater than what you've been holding on to. It's worth it, it's better, it's blessed, and it's yours if you don't delay. You might feel afraid. That's okay. God is not asking you to be fearless. He's asking you to trust Him even in your fear, to take the step anyway, to believe that if He called you, He will carry you, He will provide, He will protect. He will make a way where there is no way. That is who He is. That is what He does. If you need one final sign that this moment is for you, this is it. Let this be the moment you finally stop questioning. Let this be the moment your obedience shouts louder than your fear. Let this be the moment your yes becomes the key that unlocks everything you've been praying for. And if your heart is beating faster and your spirit is saying, "This is for me," then comment 1515 right now, not as a routine, but as a step of faith. A public yes, a moment of surrender. This is more than a good feeling. It's a divine appointment, a holy alignment between your obedience and God's timing. If you treat this casually, you will lose something sacred, and you might not even realize it until it's gone. There's nothing in your past that disqualifies you from this moment. Nothing. Your sins, forgiven. Your failures, redeemed. Your doubts, understood. But now, God is inviting you to step into something greater. He's not holding your past against you. He's extending His hand and saying, "Walk with me. I have more for you." Not just more comfort, more purpose, more power, more joy. But you have to choose to believe that it's really for you, not for someone else, not for the more spiritual, for you. This is what it means to be chosen. Not that life has been easy, not that you've never struggled, but that in the middle of everything, God still marked you. You are still His, still called, still covered. You are not average. You were never meant to blend in. That's why certain things never worked out for you. That's why certain doors stayed shut, because God wasn't preparing you for what was convenient. He was preparing you for what was eternal. You've walked through fire. You've been stretched and pressed and broken in ways that nobody knows. But that breaking wasn't to destroy you. It was to purify what was inside you, to refine your purpose, to sharpen your faith. Because what God is releasing in this hour requires a strong vessel, one that knows how to stand, one that knows how to listen, one that knows how to move without needing all the answers. That's you. You are that vessel. You may have thought your time had passed, that maybe you missed your chance, but God says otherwise. He says, "I've kept this moment for you." No one can take what God has placed in your name unless you give it away through delay. That's what this moment is about. Will you receive it? Or will you let hesitation steal it from you? The Lord is not slow in keeping His promises. As some understand slowness, He's been preparing the atmosphere, aligning situations, working in the hearts of people you don't even know yet. Everything you've been through wasn't for nothing. It was building this exact moment. But you've got to respond. You've got to be the one who says, "I won't delay again. I won't wait for perfect clarity. I know this is my time." If that's your heart today, comment 1717 now to declare that you're stepping in. Don't compare your journey to anyone else's. Your timing is not late, it's intentional. And while others may seem like they're ahead, what God is preparing for you is different. It's deeper, it's richer. He's not rushing you, but He is requiring your movement now. Because readiness is not about having it all together. It's about being willing to trust Him with what you can't see yet. Remember the story of David. He wasn't invited into the room. He was in the field, forgotten. But God saw him. God sent the prophet to find him. Why? Because the moment of his anointing had arrived. David could have ignored the call. He could have let insecurity stop him, but he stepped into the oil. He received what was his. And the moment he did, everything changed. That same anointing is looking for you. That same oil is ready to be poured over your life. Not because you earned it, but because God chose you. You didn't ask to be chosen. but you are. And now it's time to walk like it, to think like it, to speak like it, to live like someone who carries heaven's seal. You are not powerless. You are not stuck. You are not unseen. The King of Kings has not overlooked you. He has preserved you, protected you, covered you, and now He is calling you. And when God calls, there's only one right response: yes. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. Yes, even if it's scary. Yes, even if you don't know what's next. Yes, even if it costs you everything familiar. Yes, even if no one else understands. Because the God who calls you is the same God who sustains you. He will not leave you empty. He will not send you into battle without armor. He will not place a calling on your life without the grace to fulfill it. You don't have to figure out the how. You just have to give Him your yes. He'll take care of the rest. Obedience opens doors that hustle never could. One yes can bring what striving could never earn. That's the beauty of God's favor. It's not based on performance, it's based on trust. If He can trust you with the unknown, He will trust you with the overflow, and you are standing in the doorway of that overflow right now. You've heard this message not by accident. God has been leading you here, whispering to you through signs, through people, through moments you brushed off. But now, He's speaking plainly, and He's asking for your decision. Will you obey? Will you move? This moment is sacred. This isn't just another day. This is a divine intersection between heaven's plans and your willingness. There are some blessings that are only unlocked through immediate obedience. This is one of them. It's not about pressure. It's about alignment. Will you meet God at the place He's waiting for you? Let your spirit answer before your mind overthinks it. Let your heart speak louder than your fear. This is your time. This is your breakthrough. This is the fulfillment of all those hidden prayers. Don't hold back. Don't stay on the edge. Step in. Step in, even if your hands are trembling. Step in, even if your heart is racing. Step in, even if it costs you your comfort. Because what God is giving is better than anything comfort could ever offer. Let go of the doubt. Let go of the fear. Let go of the mindset that says, maybe later. There is no later. There is now. And heaven is moving. Will you move too? You're not alone in this. God is right here. His presence is surrounding you. His Spirit is stirring you. His protection is over you. And His love, His deep, unfailing love, is drawing you into what He's prepared. You've been faithful in the hidden places. You've pressed through when everything in you wanted to give up. And now, heaven is opening a door that only you can walk through if you choose not to delay. Every delay in the past was covered by grace. God understood your process. He was patient with your pain. He walked with you through every silent night, every unanswered prayer, every dry season. But now the tone has shifted. What once required waiting now requires movement. What once was a season of preparation is now becoming a season of activation. God is not asking anymore. He's commanding. Not with force, but with urgency. You don't have time to stay stuck in what-ifs. You need to move into the what now. This is where obedience becomes the key that unlocks everything. Not talent, not strength, just obedience. And the obedience God is asking of you may look small at first. It might be a phone call, a step away from something safe, a decision to forgive, a risk that makes no sense to your mind. But behind that small step is a tidal wave of blessing. You can't see it yet, but God can, and He's waiting for you to trust Him enough to move without needing the full picture. If you could only see the spiritual weight of this moment, the way angels are positioned, the way the enemy is trembling, the way heaven is leaning in, waiting for your yes. There is more happening around you than you realize. This isn't just another decision. It's the one that shifts the entire atmosphere of your life. Don't treat it lightly. Don't let it pass you by. God knows it hasn't been easy. He knows you've had to fight through fear, rejection, weariness, and silence, and yet you're still here, still holding on, still believing. That alone is proof that you are stronger than you think. And God didn't bring you this far just to leave you now. You're standing at the edge of what you've prayed for. And while it may not look like what you imagined, it's exactly what you need. Let this be the moment that defines everything after it. The moment where you stopped overthinking and started trusting. Where you stopped waiting for perfect conditions and stepped into divine timing. Don't let the enemy convince you to wait just a little longer. That's his oldest tactic, get you to delay until the moment passes. But not this time. Not now. This moment belongs to you. You're not too late. You haven't missed it. As long as you're breathing, the invitation still stands. But it won't wait forever. That's what God wants you to understand. The blessing has been set in motion. It's coming either way. The only question is, will you be the one to receive it? There are others who will say yes if you don't. And they'll walk into what had your name on it, not because God loves them more, but because they responded when you hesitated. That's the weight of spiritual timing. It's not about punishment, it's about purpose. And purpose does not sit idle, it moves, with or without you. But God wants it to be with you. He's calling you, He's choosing you, He's trusting you. And all He's asking in return is that you trust Him back. Trust Him enough to step out. Trust Him enough to let go of control. Trust Him enough to believe that He's not leading you into harm, but into healing, into freedom, into fulfillment. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing, but the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. If your heart is still unsure, pause and remember this. Has God ever failed you? Has He ever led you into something and left you there? Even in the hardest moments, hasn't He carried you? Haven't you seen His fingerprints on your life, even in places where it hurt? That same God is speaking now. And He's not asking you to do this alone. He's going with you. Every step, every breath, every battle. God is not looking for perfection. He's looking for surrender. That's all He's ever asked for. From Abraham, from Moses, from Mary, from Peter, all He wanted was a yes. And with that yes, He changed the course of history. Your yes can change everything too. Your yes can break generational patterns. Your yes can heal wounds you didn't cause. Your yes can open doors for others. It's that powerful. But you have to believe that. You have to believe that your obedience matters, that it carries weight, that your decision isn't just personal, it's prophetic. It has ripple effects. It touches people you haven't even met yet. This is bigger than you, and yet it starts with you. Do not underestimate what God wants to do through you. Do not let fear silence your faith. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to say yes. Yes to the prompting. Yes to the call. Yes to the shift. And if that's your heart right now, comment Amen to to affirm that you're walking in alignment with heaven's timing. You may feel like you're the least qualified person for this moment, but those are the very people God loves to use. David was a shepherd. Esther was an orphan. Peter was a fisherman. Mary was a young girl with no title. Yet all of them were chosen, not because of what they had, but because of how they responded. And now, you're next. You've been through the fire, but you didn't burn. You've walked through the flood, but you didn't drown. You've been crushed, but not destroyed. Why? Because there is still purpose inside of you, still promises waiting to be fulfilled, still glory waiting to be revealed through your life. Don't let comfort become your prison. Don't let fear disguise itself as wisdom. The safe thing isn't always the right thing, and the right thing is rarely the easy thing. But when God is in it, it's always worth it. Always. This is the moment to stop looking back, to stop doubting what God has already confirmed. You don't need another sign. You don't need more reassurance. You need bold obedience, the kind that heaven honors, the kind that breaks chains, the kind that says, I don't know what's next, but I know who called me. And if that's you, if you're ready to say yes with your whole heart, comment 222 as a declaration of your trust. Let heaven see it. Let the enemy see it. Let yourself believe it. Your obedience in this moment isn't just about your future, it's about legacy, about divine order, about alignment with heaven's plan for your life. If you walk away from this without responding, the silence that follows may not just be quiet, it may be absence. Because this is not a common moment. This is marked, sacred, set apart. You know that inner pull you've been feeling lately, the tension between staying in place and stepping forward. That isn't random, that's spiritual warfare. The enemy doesn't fight you where there's no threat. He fights when you're near the gate, and that's why it's been so hard lately. The closer you get to the fulfillment, the louder the resistance becomes. But don't let that resistance trick you into thinking it's a sign to stop. It's the opposite. The attack is confirmation that you're right on time. It means you're at the edge of what you were born for. God hasn't forgotten you. He hasn't withdrawn. He hasn't gone silent without reason. Sometimes he steps back just enough to see what you'll do when you don't feel his hand, but still trust his heart. That's where real faith lives. And that's the kind of faith he's looking for now. Faith that doesn't require explanation. Faith that doesn't need applause. Faith that says yes, even when it doesn't make sense. Because that kind of faith is the foundation for miracles. Think about this. How many prayers have you prayed asking God to open a door, to shift something, to move you forward? And now, here he is opening the door, shifting the atmosphere, speaking clearly. What are you going to do with it? Will you delay? Will you talk yourself out of it? Or will you finally step into the very thing you've been crying out for? The word says, faith without works is dead. That means belief alone is not enough. It must be matched with action. You can't keep saying you believe if you're not willing to move when God says move. He's not just looking for belief, he's looking for follow-through. That's what separates the blessed from the bypassed. The ones who walk in miracles are the ones who answer the call, not just admire it. This is not the time to blend in. You've done that long enough, trying to stay small to keep others comfortable, dimming your light to avoid attention. But you weren't made to disappear. You were made to shine. You were made to be set apart, to rise, to carry God's glory into places others won't go. And the moment you say yes to that calling, everything changes. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are not disqualified. God knew exactly when you would arrive at this moment, and he designed this invitation specifically for you, not someone else, you. He placed it in your timeline, knowing what you've been through, knowing what you've lost, knowing how hard it's been to believe again, and still, He's calling you, because you haven't missed it. You're right on time. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. You may feel tired, worn out, like you've been waiting forever. But listen, waiting is not wasting. God has been working in silence, strengthening you, maturing you, stripping away what would have sabotaged your future. And now that you're ready, He's calling. Don't ignore it. Don't sleep on it. Don't assume there will be another chance just like this, because there won't. What God is offering now is tied to this specific time. This window won't last forever. If you can feel this stirring in your spirit, comment 1111 now as a public declaration of faith. Don't hesitate. Let it be your agreement with what heaven is doing. There's someone reading this who has been battling quiet fear. You've smiled on the outside but felt paralyzed on the inside. You've been waiting for someone to push you, to give you permission to move forward. God says you don't need permission from people. You already have His. He already called you. He already marked you. Now it's time to believe that and move like it. You may not feel brave, but you don't need to be. You just need to trust. The same God who called Moses despite his stutter, who chose Gideon though he was hiding, who anointed David while his family overlooked him, that same God is with you now, and He's not looking at your limitations. He's looking at your yes. Stop asking for clarity where God is asking for faith. Stop needing confirmation when the conviction is already clear. You know what He's saying. You know the next step. You've known for a while now. What's missing isn't direction, it's decision. And once you make that decision, heaven will move. The provision, the people, the resources, they're already set, but they're waiting on your yes. You don't have to fix everything before you obey. You don't need all the answers. You just need to move. Start where you are, with what you have. Trusting that God will multiply what you give Him. That's how He works. 5 loaves and 2 fish became enough to feed thousands, not because it was plenty, but because it was offered. Your obedience might look small, but it carries eternal weight. That text you're scared to send, that door you're scared to close, that decision you keep putting off, it matters. It's the seed that produces the harvest. And you'll never see the harvest if you don't plant the seed. God is not finished with you. In fact, He's just getting started. There are still promises with your name on them, still assignments you haven't stepped into, still blessings that haven't been released. Don't let fear keep you outside of what God has already made available. This is your moment, the one you prayed for, the one you waited for, the one that didn't come when you expected, but is now here in full power. The only thing left is your response. You can keep waiting for another sign, or you can recognize that this is it. This is the moment when heaven speaks and you answer. When faith overcomes fear, when obedience wins, when breakthrough becomes reality. This is the moment when everything begins to shift if you respond. Not next week, not when things make sense. Now, God has chosen this exact time to move in your life. And while the enemy will do anything to delay you, heaven is waiting for you to move forward. The decision you make now will ripple into your future. The enemy wants you to believe you're not ready, that you still have time to think about it. But that's how delay steals destiny. God's blessing isn't waiting for your perfection. It's waiting for your participation. your willingness, your faith. If you keep holding back, you're not protecting yourself, you're holding yourself hostage. And the truth is, you've already waited long enough. It's time to stop watching life pass by and step fully into what God has prepared for you. Some of you have been in this cycle for years. You hear God's voice, you feel the pull, you sense the timing. But then doubt creeps in and you shrink back. You say things like, "I'll wait for a clearer sign." But the sign is already here. It's been here. God is speaking clearly, louder than ever, with love and urgency. Don't let another season pass where you say, "I knew God was calling me, but I hesitated." That sentence will carry regret. But obedience carries favor. God is crying while begging you. A short miracle is about to happen right in front of you, but time is limited. Listen to me now before it's gone forever. I am not speaking to you as a distant thought. I am speaking as your Creator, as the one who formed you in your mother's womb, who knew your name before you were even born. Listen to me, this is urgent. Something holy is about to unfold before your eyes. But if you turn away now, if you walk away, you may never see it again. Time is not waiting for you. The moment is fragile. It can pass like a whisper in the wind. I am weeping because I see how close you are, and yet I fear you may miss it. Comment Amen if you are ready to receive this. You need to hear this. A breakthrough, a shift, a miracle is approaching your life. It is not in the distance anymore, it's knocking on your door. I am trying to reach you before it's too late. You have been praying. You have been weeping in the quiet. You have asked me if I am still there, and I have heard you. I have never left. But this is the moment I chose to cry out to you. I am begging you now because I see how the enemy has distracted your heart, how fear has clouded your vision, how time has made you tired. But I still have a miracle for you. Please don't turn away from this. If you feel a tug in your spirit right now, I ask you, like a father pleading with his child, to like this video. It's not for numbers. It's to anchor your heart in agreement with me. You're not watching this by accident. I brought you here for a reason. You have no idea how much is at stake. This isn't a random moment. This is your appointed time, a divine interruption. You are standing on the edge of something you prayed for long ago, and heaven is about to release it. But if you let this pass, if you treat it lightly, it could slip away. I am crying not because I am weak, but because I love you with a depth you cannot understand. I don't want you to lose what I prepared for you. There have been doors you begged me to open, and you wondered why they stayed shut. You thought I ignored you, but I didn't. I was preparing something better, and that better is about to be revealed. But it requires your attention, your heart, your obedience. The enemy will try to make you scroll away, to shut down your spirit, to distract you with worry and shame. But if you choose to listen, you will see the miracle I spoke about. You will see my hand move for you. You are not just another person to me. You are my child. I see the tears you cried when no one else knew. I felt the ache in your chest when everything fell apart. I heard the prayers you whispered when you had no strength left to pray aloud. I saw the nights you couldn't sleep. I was beside you every single time. And now, I need you to know something very important. Your waiting has not been in vain. The miracle is near. But your faith must hold on just a little longer. Comment 1111 if you believe what I am telling you. I am crying because I have seen the traps set against you. I've seen how the enemy has tried to destroy your confidence, your peace, your future. I've seen the moments where you almost gave up, and I stepped in, even when you didn't realize it. I protected you from what could have killed you. I covered you when no one else would. I carried you through storms that others didn't even see. And now, I am preparing to reward your endurance. The miracle is not just for your blessing. It's to show others that I am still the God who moves mountains. I still raise the dead. I still part the seas. I still answer the cries of my people. And you are about to be a testimony of my faithfulness. But time is short. If you let your doubt win, if you let your fear silence your faith, you may miss the very thing I've been trying to give you. You are chosen. You are not forgotten. You are not too late, too broken, or too far gone. My hand is still on you. My spirit is still with you. The angels I've assigned to your life are standing ready, but your yes matters. Your obedience matters. Your decision to believe again matters. You've been asking for a sign. This is it. Don't let your past speak louder than my promise. Don't let what they said about you become stronger than what I have declared over you. I said you are mine. I said you are loved. I said I will never leave you, and I meant every word. My voice is calling you back to hope, back to faith, back to the place where miracles happen. This moment is not about how perfect you are. It's about how present I am. I don't need you to fix everything. I need you to believe again. Even if your faith is the size of a mustard seed, that's enough for me to move. I am God. I do not lie. I do not change. What I promised you still stands. The world may be falling apart, but I have not changed my plans for you. I have not forgotten what I spoke over your life. Even now, as you read these words, I am releasing peace into your spirit. I am calming the storm inside you. You feel me, even if you don't understand it fully. That's not emotion. That's my presence. I'm here. Your name is written in my hands. Your destiny is not lost. Your story is not over. The next chapter will make sense of the pain. The healing is coming. The restoration is near. The miracle is real. But the time to believe is now. Don't wait. Don't look away. Stay here. Listen. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150 million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. The miracle is still coming, and your name is still on it. I am crying because I know how tired you are. I know how hard the battle has been. You've held on longer than most people could, and even though you don't feel strong, you are still here. That means something to me. That means everything to me. You wonder why things haven't changed yet. You look at others being blessed and ask, what about me? But I am not late. I am strategic. I am perfect in timing. I don't move according to the clock on your wall. I move according to eternity. And right now, you are standing in the final moments before a breakthrough. I brought you here to tell you this clearly so you would not miss it. You have been praying for something that only I can do, and I'm telling you now, I'm already in motion. Comment 222 if you trust this word. This is not about being religious. This is not about performing perfectly. This is about relationship. I have longed for you to come close again. I have waited patiently for your heart to return to me fully. And now I am calling you because something in the unseen realm is shifting. Your enemies won't understand it. Your friends might not recognize it. But I am changing the atmosphere around your life. I am removing the chains that were tied to your progress. I am breaking curses spoken over you. I am healing wounds you never told anyone about. I am restoring your name, your joy, your strength, your voice. You thought I was silent, but I was working in the dark places. Now I am bringing it to light. You will see it, not just spiritually. You will see it with your own eyes. Do not think that your pain was wasted. Every tear you cried watered the seeds of the harvest that is now ready. You are stepping into a season of answers. Not confusion, not delay, but answers. You won't have to chase what's already been sent your way. It will find you. Because when I say now, nothing can stop what I have declared. Not hell, not doubt, not fear, not even your past. The enemy tried to convince you that you were forgotten. But how could I forget the one I died for? How could I ignore the one I breathed life into? I formed your soul with intention. I placed gifts inside you that no one else has. I gave you a purpose that cannot be erased. I see you even now, reading these words, trying to make sense of what's next. And I say this to you as your father. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are exactly where I need you to be for what I'm about to do. You think you need to figure it all out, but you don't. You just need to trust me. I already know how it ends. I've already written the victory. I've already prepared the blessing. I'm just waiting for your yes. Not a loud one. Just a whisper will do. Just enough faith to believe I am still for you. Just enough surrender to let go of control and let me carry the weight. You are loved more than you will ever know. And no mistake you've made, no delay, no detour has cancelled your destiny. My mercy is not limited. My grace is not weak. I am still strong. I am still God. I am still able, and I still choose you. You were not created to live in fear. You were not created to live in cycles of anxiety and regret. That is not your portion. That is not your future. I have written peace into your story. I have written healing into your story. I have written restoration into your story. And what I write, no one can erase. Comment 333 to declare your faith. Don't listen to the lies that tell you it's too late. Don't listen to the voice that says you're not enough. That's not me. I don't speak shame over you. I speak life. I speak blessing. I speak hope. That tug in your chest, that tear you feel building in your eyes, it's me. I'm here. I'm close. And I'm calling you deeper. I want you to know something sacred. When you feel the weakest, that's when I am doing the strongest work. When it feels like everything is breaking, I am often building something you cannot see yet. When it feels like I'm not listening, that's when I'm preparing the loudest answer. The miracle doesn't always start with lightning. Sometimes it starts with a whisper in your soul that says, "Hold on just a little longer. I have never forgotten you. Not for a moment." You may have walked away in your heart. You may have grown cold. But I never gave up on you. I never turned away. I have stayed. I have waited. And now I am reaching for you again. Because what I have planned for you still stands. My word will not return void. You are not here by chance. You were led here, chosen to hear this, called by me. Your name has been in my mouth. Your face has been before me. I have defended you. I have covered you. I have protected you when you didn't know it, and I will continue to do so. But now, I need your heart. Not just your words, not just your Sunday moments. I want the broken pieces. I want the parts you hide, because when you give me your pain, I turn it into purpose. When you give me your weakness, I show my strength. When you give me your time, I show you eternity. I know it's hard to believe again. I know you've been hurt. I know you've waited a long time. But please, don't give up right before the miracle. Don't walk away when it's about to happen. I am crying because I know how much you've carried, but I also know what's coming, and I want you to see it. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. There's a reason you felt something stirring deep in your chest, something you can't explain. That's me. That's my spirit waking you up, pulling you into this moment, because heaven has marked this space in time for you. And I will not stop calling until you see what I'm about to do. I am crying for you because I love you too much to stay silent. I know what's coming. I see the blessing I've prepared, but I also see how easily it could be missed. I don't want you to walk away because of confusion or fear or shame. I don't want you to close your heart and miss the miracle standing at your door. You've been through storms that left you shaken. You've lost things that mattered. And now you barely know how to hope again. But I'm here to tell you, I never stopped writing your story. It's not over. The miracle didn't die. It's just been waiting for this moment to come alive. Comment 5, 5, 5 if you're ready to receive what I've prepared for you. You don't have to pretend with me. I've seen the parts of you that you've kept hidden from everyone else. I've seen your anger, your fear, your questions. I've seen the way you've carried others while silently wondering if anyone would ever carry you. I've watched you smile while you were breaking inside. And I want you to hear me say this clearly. I was with you the whole time, even in the pain, even in the silence, even in the darkness. I know you feel like you failed. I know you think you missed your chance. But I am the God who redeems lost time. I can restore what was stolen. I can breathe life into what looks dead. I can do in one moment what you couldn't do in a lifetime. But you have to let me. You have to trust me with what's broken. Give me your disappointment. Give me your doubt. I can handle it. I am not angry at your questions. I understand your weariness. I am not standing far away with folded arms. I'm kneeling beside you, weeping with you, reaching for your hand to lift you again. This moment is sacred. Don't rush past it. Don't explain it away. Listen. Your spirit knows what your mind can't make sense of. That tug you feel? That's me. That sudden warmth, that rising emotion? That's my presence. You're not imagining this. You're not alone. I am with you right now, and I'm fighting for your future. There is a shift happening, a change in the wind. What felt stuck is beginning to move. What was blocked is being opened. What seemed impossible is becoming possible. I am walking into your situation, not as a guest, but as the Lord over it. I have authority over every storm. I have power over every lie. I have the final say. And I say this: you will not be destroyed. You will not be forgotten. You will not be left behind. I have called you. I have chosen you. And I will not let you go. Comment 1212 if you believe I am with you now. You've carried so much for so long. And now I want to carry you. Let me hold what's too heavy. Let me speak peace to your fears. Let me remind you of what's still possible, because you've only seen the beginning of what I can do. There are still dreams in you that I planted. There are still doors I will open. There are still promises waiting to be fulfilled. And none of them are too late. The world will try to tell you that your best days are behind you, but I say they are ahead. The enemy will try to convince you that it's over, but I say it's just beginning. You may feel like you're running out of time, but I am the author of time, and I say, now is the appointed moment. Now is when things begin to change, not someday, now. You don't have to do this alone anymore. Stop trying to be strong by yourself. You were never meant to carry this weight on your own. I gave you my spirit for a reason. I gave you my word to remind you. I gave you my son so you would never have to question your worth. You are deeply loved. You are seen. You are not invisible to me. When you were crying on the floor and no one else noticed, I did. When you kept pushing forward while silently breaking, I saw. When you almost walked away from everything, I stood between you and the edge. I have kept you alive for a reason. And that reason is about to be revealed. There is a purpose for the pain you've walked through. There is a reason the enemy fought you so hard. Because he saw what I had planned. He knew what was coming, and he tried to stop it, but he couldn't. Because I have the final word. I have declared blessing over you. I have spoken favor over your name. And what I speak will come to pass. You are not disqualified. You are not disowned. You are not distant from my reach. My arms are still open. My heart is still for you. My power is still greater than every mistake, every loss, every failure. I am not looking for your perfection. I'm looking for your surrender. If you would just say yes, even in the middle of the fear, I will meet you there. Don't be afraid to believe again. Don't let the fear of disappointment steal this moment. I know it's scary to hope, but hope is holy. Hope opens the door to healing, and I am the God of hope. I restore, I renew, I resurrect. This is the part of your story where things begin to turn. This is the chapter where light breaks through. I know it doesn't look like it yet, but trust me, the miracle is already moving. You're about to see what I've been preparing behind the scenes. You're about to understand why I made you wait. It will be worth it. This banned wealth signal was hidden in a government vault for over 70 years until now. It's a simple 9-word brain trigger used by elites to attract unlimited money while the rest of the world struggles. But the moment too many people see this, it could be deleted. Click the link in the description and comments before it's taken down forever. That quiet part of you that still hopes, still believes, still wants to see my hand move. And I want you to know, I see that part. I honor it. That's where your miracle begins. I haven't asked you to be perfect. I've only asked you to be present. I've never expected you to have it all figured out. I just wanted your heart to be open. And now that it is, I'm going to show you who I truly am. Not just a name in a book, not just a distant figure in the sky, but your Father, your helper, your defender, your waymaker, your God. Comment 777 if you believe I've never left your side. There is a breakthrough about to burst open in your life, and I don't want you to miss it. I am crying because I know how much you've endured to get here. You've carried burdens no one else could see. You've been strong for so long that you forgot what it feels like to rest. But I'm calling you into rest now. Not because everything is perfect, but because you can trust me even when it's not. The enemy wants you distracted right now. He wants you to think this message is just emotion, that it doesn't matter, that it's just another passing moment. But I am here to say no. This is holy ground. This is a divine appointment. This is a whisper from heaven reaching into the chaos of your life and saying, "Peace, be still." You don't have to fight this alone anymore. You have questioned your value. You've looked at your life and wondered if anything good can come from it. But I have always seen something beautiful in you. I created you with purpose. Every scar, every tear, every season of silence, I've woven it all into a story that will speak life into others. You were never meant to just survive. You were created to shine with my glory, to carry light in the darkest places. I know it hasn't been easy. I know your faith has been tested in ways that feel unbearable. I know there were days you couldn't pray because the pain felt louder than my promises. But even in that silence, I was holding you. I counted every tear. I never turned my face from you. I never stopped believing in you. I want you to hear this clearly. You are not being overlooked. Heaven knows your name. I have written your name on the palm of my hand. I know every detail of your heart, every wound, every dream, every fear. And I am doing something new, even now. Even as you read these words, something is shifting. Comment 999 if you know something is shifting for you. You've seen others rise while you felt stuck. You've celebrated their victories while wondering when it would be your turn. And I tell you now, your turn is coming. Not because you've earned it, but because you're mine. Because I love you. Because I promised to finish what I started in you. Don't let delay convince you I changed my mind. I haven't. My plans for you are still good. My purpose is still intact. Your story is not behind schedule. You are exactly where you need to be for what's about to unfold. I will redeem the time. I will restore the years. I will do what only I can do, and when I move, it will be sudden. It will be clear. It will be undeniable. People will ask how it happened, and you'll know it was me. It wasn't luck. It wasn't coincidence. It was the hand of God reaching down and doing what man said was impossible. So, I say to you again, don't give up now. You've come too far. You've endured too much. You're too close to stop here. Yes, it's been hard. Yes, you've grown weary. But your miracle is still ahead, and it's not far. I'm restoring things you thought were lost forever. I'm healing places you thought would never feel whole again. I'm turning broken pieces into something beautiful. It's not just about what I do for you, it's about what I do in you. Because when you rise from this, others will follow. They will see the light in you and realize they are not alone. You've asked me, why me, God? And I say, because I knew you would survive. I knew you would make it. I knew you would still be standing when others gave up. I knew your heart would still be soft even after everything. I chose you not because you're the strongest, but because you're the one who listens. And now, I'm answering. I'm opening doors that no man can shut. I'm silencing voices that spoke against you. I'm removing people who were sent to drain your strength, and I'm replacing them with peace, with joy, with purpose. I'm giving you beauty for ashes, strength for weakness, hope for despair. You are not who they said you are. You are who I say you are, chosen, loved, protected, favored. I know you can't see it all yet, but trust me, I'm building something deep in you, something that can't be shaken by the storms of life, a faith that won't bend, a peace that doesn't break, a joy that doesn't depend on the world. Your name is safe in my mouth, your future is safe in my hands, your heart is safe in my presence. I will never leave you. I will never betray you. I will never stop fighting for you. The tears I cry for you are not from weakness, but from love, from the ache of watching you walk through fire while holding on to me. Can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. This moment isn't ordinary. It's heaven bending toward earth. It's me, your God, still pleading for your attention, still urging you to look up, because what you've been waiting for is closer than it's ever been. You've questioned whether I'm really near. You've wondered if my silence meant I walked away. But I haven't left. I've never taken my eyes off of you. I've been beside you every moment you thought you were alone, even in your rebellion, even in your doubt. Even when your heart was too numb to feel anything, I was there. I saw it all. I stayed, and I've been preparing something that will make every ounce of your pain worth it. Comment 1010 if you believe I've stayed with you. I know how tired you are. I know the weight you've been carrying has felt like too much. You've been trying to stay strong for everyone else, while wondering if anyone sees how much you're breaking inside. And I do. I've seen you standing in silence when you wanted to scream. I've seen you smile to keep others from worrying, while your own heart was running dry. I know how deeply you've longed for someone to just notice, someone to really see you. I want you to know I do. I've always seen you. You are not invisible to me, not forgotten, not misplaced. I knew where you were when you lost your way. I knew how to find you when you no longer knew how to find yourself. And now, I'm calling you back not to who you used to be, but to who I've always known you could become. I'm calling you out of the shadows, out of the fear, out of the lies that told you you're not enough. You were always enough for me. The miracle is not just something coming toward you, it's something rising within you. I've planted strength in you that suffering tried to bury. I've put hope in you that darkness tried to suffocate. But it didn't win. You're still here, and that means the enemy failed. Everything he sent to destroy you only proved that you are stronger than you thought, more loved than you realized, and more chosen than you ever knew. Your past does not disqualify you. Your wounds do not make you unworthy. In fact, the places where you've bled the most are where I'm about to bring the most healing. The very areas that made you question my presence will become the places where my glory shows up the strongest. I do not waste your pain. I do not abandon my children. I restore what's been broken. I rebuild what's been crushed. Comment 1515 if you are ready for restoration. You keep asking me when things will change, and I want you to know they already are. The shift doesn't always begin with thunder. Sometimes it begins with a whisper, and you're in that whisper right now. The wind has already started to turn in your favor. Things are lining up. Doors are being unlocked. Hearts are being softened. The answers you've cried out for are on the way. You don't have to chase them. They're going to find you. But here's what I need you to understand. I am not just sending you a miracle to fix your situation. I'm doing something deeper. I'm changing you so that when the miracle arrives, you can carry it with wisdom and strength. I'm building a foundation in you that can't be shaken by circumstances. You won't just receive the blessing, you'll know how to walk in it. You'll know how to protect it. You'll know how to praise me through it. I'm not just fixing your present, I'm preparing your future. And it's brighter than you can imagine. You've settled for scraps because you forgot your royalty. You've accepted delay because you forgot you're destined. But I am reminding you now, you are a child of the King. You are not meant to live in fear. You are not meant to just survive. You were created to walk in purpose, to breathe in peace, to carry joy, to overflow with grace. Don't let the enemy lie to you any longer. He's afraid of what you're becoming. He's tried to silence your voice, delay your growth, and convince you that nothing will change. But everything is changing. Right now, this very moment, I am pouring out favor on your life. I am surrounding you with my angels. I am shielding you from what you don't even see. You've stepped into a protected space. a holy place, and no weapon formed against you will prosper. I have not changed my mind about you, I have not removed my promise. Even when you doubted me, I believed in you. Even when you walked away, I chased after you. Even when you stopped trusting, I kept fighting for you. Because my love for you has no expiration date. I don't love you for what you do, I love you for who you are, and who you are is mine. Let this truth settle deep into your soul. I will never abandon you, I will never leave you, I will never give up on you. I am your Father, I am your refuge, I am your healer, I am your strength. When the world walks away, I walk in. When others forget you, I remember you. When your hands are empty, mine are full of blessings with your name on them. You don't have to beg me to bless you. I want to. I delight in giving good gifts to my children. You don't have to earn my love. It was already given at the cross. And I haven't taken it back. You are still covered by grace, still wrapped in mercy, still held by hands that will never let go. I counted each one. Not a single drop of your pain has been ignored. I gathered every cry and stored them in heaven. And now, I am telling you, it was not wasted. What broke you will not define you. What hurt you will not be the end of you. What nearly crushed you is what I will use to lift you higher than ever before. Why are 55 countries using the same mysterious money script? Because a leaked research file just exposed a 9-word pattern that activates wealth-attracting pathways in the brain. Repeat it daily, and watch money flow like water into your life. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You're not too far gone. That's the lie the enemy whispers in moments of weakness. But I know better. I know your heart, even when it feels tired. I know your thoughts, even when they are confused. And I know your future, even when you feel lost. I know who you are and who you're still becoming. That's why I'm crying. Because I see how close you are, how much you've already endured, and I don't want you to give up now. You're standing in the middle of a divine moment. Heaven is leaning in. Angels are surrounding you. I am still moving. Comment 1717 if you know your waiting has a purpose. You think nothing is happening, but I'm doing more than you can see. There are doors about to open that were locked for years. There are people about to step into your life that you didn't even know you needed. There are answers you've prayed for that are about to show up in ways that will leave you in awe, not because you deserve it, but because I love you, because I am your Father, and good fathers don't leave their children stuck in brokenness. You're not being punished, you're being positioned. I've been shifting things behind the scenes, moving pieces, rearranging situations, delaying certain things not to hurt you, but to protect you, because I see what you don't. I see how that relationship would have taken you down. I see how that opportunity would have distracted you. I see how the wrong timing would have broken you. That's why I closed those doors. That's why I said no. But I never said never. I said not yet. Now, it's almost time. The pain you've endured has prepared you. The silence you've endured has sharpened your hearing. The rejection you faced built a foundation that pride couldn't stand on. You've grown in ways you didn't notice. You've become stronger, wiser, more compassionate. You've gained endurance, and now you're ready for what's next. I know you still carry some doubt. That's okay. Bring it to me. I can handle your uncertainty. I am not angry at your questions. I'd rather you come to me with trembling honesty than hide behind a mask of strength. I want your real heart. I want your fragile faith. I want the pieces of you that don't feel worthy. Because when you hand me your weakness, I trade it for my strength. When you surrender your fear, I flood you with peace. Comment Amen if you are ready to surrender your fear. This is not the end of your story. This is the start of the chapter where things begin to change. You're going to look back on this moment and realize this was when the shift happened. This was when the healing began. This was when your faith started growing roots again. Not because everything around you got easier, but because you finally believed that I was with you. You see, faith doesn't always start with a loud shout. Sometimes it starts with a quiet choice. The choice to believe I'm still working. The choice to stay when it would be easier to run. The choice to trust me, even when nothing makes sense. And those choices, even in the middle of your tears, they move heaven. They open up miracles. They unlock what's been waiting. You don't need to impress me. I'm not watching your performance. I'm listening to your heart. I'm looking for your surrender. And when you say, God, I don't have much, but I give you what I do have, that's when I move. That's when I multiply. That's when I breathe on what you thought was dead. I still raise the dead, not just bodies, dreams, joy, hope. I raise it all. I restore what was stolen. I rebuild what was ruined. I do what no one else can do. And I'm doing it now, quietly, deeply, powerfully. In places no one else sees, I am healing you. You've been carrying things you were never meant to carry alone. The pain of disappointment, the weight of trying to prove yourself, the fear that maybe you're not enough. But you are. You always were. Because I made you in my image. And I don't make mistakes. You are not a mistake. You are a masterpiece in progress. And I'm not finished painting your life. There's still color coming, still beauty waiting, still blessings unfolding. And when they come, you'll know it wasn't random. It was me. It was always me, working in the silence, preparing the breakthrough, waiting for your heart to turn toward me so I could pour it all out. This isn't the end. Don't let the enemy trick you into settling for survival. I didn't save you just so you could live in fear. I didn't call you just to watch you stay stuck. I came to set you free. I came to give you life, and life more abundantly. Not perfect circumstances, but real peace. Not absence of battles, but my presence in every battle. But you did. Even when it felt like everything in you was breaking, you still stood up. That matters to me. That's faith, even when you didn't feel strong, and I'm telling you, I am honoring that faith right now. You didn't come this far to be forgotten. You didn't survive all that pain just to live empty. I am the God who finishes what he starts, and I've started something in you that hell can't stop. You may not feel it yet, but I'm working. I'm arranging things. I'm sending what you need, not just to get by, but to move forward, to finally breathe again. To live with joy that lasts, not joy that fades after one good day. I'm not giving you a temporary fix. I'm giving you lasting healing. Comment 222 if you're trusting me with what's still broken. I know how hard it's been to believe again. You've watched others get what you prayed for. You've celebrated blessings for people while wondering why yours felt delayed. You tried not to be bitter, but the pain built up quietly. I understand. I'm not angry with you. I'm not disappointed in your struggle. I'm close to the broken-hearted. I draw near to those crushed in spirit. I've been holding space for you this whole time, waiting for the moment your heart would open again. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase, just 9 words long, that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It's already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. And now it is. Even just a little, even if you're not sure. That opening is enough. I can step into that place and bring peace again. I can take the tiniest flicker of faith and turn it into a flame. You don't need perfect words. You don't need big prayers. You just need to be honest with me. Tell me where it hurts. Tell me where you're tired. I'm not here to shame you, I'm here to lift you. You were not made to live in fear. You were not created to carry all this pain alone. I am your refuge, your safe place, your protector. I have surrounded you even when you didn't know it. My angels have been watching over your every step. That car accident that didn't happen, the illness that was caught in time, the situation that could have destroyed you but didn't, those weren't lucky moments. Those were me. That was my hand. That was my mercy. Comment Amen if you believe my mercy has been covering you. You may not have all the answers, but you have me, and I am enough. I am the same God who split the sea for Moses, who shut the mouths of lions for Daniel, who brought Lazarus out of the grave, who walked on water in the middle of the storm. I have not changed. I still do miracles. I still bring breakthrough. I still rescue. I still redeem. And I'm doing it for you. You don't have to strive for my attention. You already have it. I'm not waiting for you to be perfect before I move. I'm waiting for you to believe I already love you, that I already chose you, that I already know what you need and I'm making a way for it to come. I'm not limited by your timeline. I'm not worried about your mistakes. I'm looking at your heart, and your heart still belongs to me. You've questioned if you missed your chance. You haven't. You've asked if it's too late. It's not. I specialize in restoring lost time. I can make up for years in moments. I can shift things in your favor that should have taken decades. When I move, no one can stop it. No boss, no enemy, no circumstance, no doubt. My hand is stronger than all of it, and I will not let your story end in defeat. You may feel like everything's falling apart. But I'm telling you, things are falling into place. I'm removing what you didn't know was blocking you. I'm softening hearts around you. I'm turning situations you never thought would change, not because of your power, but because of mine. Because I love showing my glory through what looks impossible. You will testify. You will tell others about how I came through when there was no way. They will see the joy return to your face. They will see the strength come back into your voice. They will see you rise. And when they ask how, you will say, God did it. You will know it wasn't by chance. It was because I loved you too much to let you stay where you were. You've been trying to carry it all, your family, your pain, your future, your past. I see you. And I'm asking you now to lay it down. Lay down the pressure to have all the answers. Lay down the guilt that's been haunting you. Lay down the fear that keeps waking you up at night. I will carry it. I never asked you to do this alone. I just asked you to trust me. Let me into the places you've closed off. Let me into the memories you try to forget. Let me hold what's too heavy for your heart. I know it hurts. I know it feels like no one understands, but I do. And I'm not walking away. I'm healing what you thought would never heal. I'm bringing light into the parts of you that were forgotten, neglected, misunderstood. I see you. I know you. And I've never once regretted creating you. Not for a second. There's still so much ahead of you. Don't settle for a life of survival when I've called you to live with purpose. Don't accept numbness as normal. Don't believe the lie that this is all there is. You were created for more. You were made for joy, for peace, for restoration, for miracles. I am drawing you back to the truth, back to who you are in me. You are not a mistake. You are not forgotten. You are not lost beyond return. I have chosen you, and I'm crying because I know how long you've waited to hear this, and I know how much it means for you to believe it again. Your life is not too messy for me. Your story is not too damaged for redemption. I specialize in resurrection. I speak into graves and call life out of death, and I'm speaking to you right now. I'm calling you out of fear, out of shame, out of confusion. I'm calling you into peace, into purpose, into the promises I made over your life before you even took your first breath. Comment 1111 if you're ready to step into what I've spoken over you. You've been tired, not just physically, but tired in your heart. You've grown weary from battles that no one else saw. You've been strong for everyone, and now you don't know how much strength you have left. I understand. I know what it's like when you're holding on by a thread, but even when your faith is faint, I am still holding you. I am the God who carries. You don't have to drag yourself to the finish line. I will lift you. I will walk with you. I never asked you to walk alone. That voice that told you it's all up to you, that wasn't me. That pressure, that fear, that panic, it didn't come from me. I don't operate in fear. I am not the God of pressure. I am the God of peace. When I speak, peace enters the room. When I move, burdens lift. When I step in, things shift. I'm stepping in now. A neuroscientist says yes. A 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. That diagnosis doesn't have the final word. That heartbreak isn't your end. That financial pressure isn't where your story stops. I see beyond your current pain. I see the joy that's coming. I see the doors I'm about to open. I see the people I'm sending to bless you, support you, love you. You're not meant to walk through this next season alone. I am surrounding you with what you need. Even the things you didn't think to pray for, I already made a way. There's favor over your name. There's grace over your past. There's strength rising in your spirit even now as you read this. That heaviness is starting to lift. That dread is beginning to break. You're stepping into something new, something divine, something you didn't earn but were chosen for. Comment Amen if you feel the heaviness starting to lift. Don't let your past speak louder than my promise. I know what they said about you. I know what you started to believe because of the pain, but none of that defines you. I do. And I say you are loved, you are called, you are protected, you are covered, you are mine. I will never stop reminding you of this. I will never grow tired of speaking hope into your tired bones. I see what others don't. I see the courage it took to wake up today. I see the grace you show others, even when you feel empty. I see the way you're trying to believe again, one moment at a time. That matters. That moves me. That's why I'm here, speaking still, crying still, pleading still. You are not a failure. You are not beyond saving. My son didn't die for perfect people. He died for the broken, the tired, the doubting. He died for you. That cross covered everything, your past, your sin, your shame, your fear. And that cross still speaks. It still saves. It still redeems. The blood still works. The grave is still empty. And because of that, you are free. Free to start again. Free to dream again. Free to believe that something good is still ahead. You've been looking at your life like it's too late to begin again. But I say, this is the beginning. The part of your story where the light starts breaking through, where you stop just surviving and begin living with purpose. You're not behind. You're not stuck. You're in the middle of a divine setup, I've been working in places you didn't even know were broken. I've been preparing you when it felt like I was distant. You were never abandoned. You were being prepared. You see a season of silence. I see a season of setup. You see a closed door. I see protection. You see delay. I see perfect timing. Your view is limited, but I see it all. I know what's next. I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a future and a hope. This is the hope you're feeling rise again. This is the breath of life entering the places that were dry and barren. This is not fantasy. This is faith being reborn. This is my spirit touching your heart and awakening something sacred. You are not meant to live numb. You are not meant to live stuck. You are meant to walk in joy. Not shallow, surface-level joy, but deep, real, steady joy. The kind that doesn't leave when the storms come, the kind that anchors you when everything else shakes. That's what I'm offering you. That's what I'm pouring into you. But you have to choose to receive it. You have to say yes, even if your yes is quiet, even if your hands are trembling. I can work with that. I've done more with less. I see that. I honor that. And I'm drawing even closer right now because I never ignore a heart that keeps reaching for me, no matter how weak the reach may feel. I'm crying not because I'm helpless, but because I care more than you can understand. I care about the little things that make you anxious. I care about the big things that keep you up at night. I care about what you lost, what hurt you, what disappointed you. I was there in all of it. I never looked away. I never turned my back. I held your heart when it shattered, even when you thought you were all alone. I protected you from things you never even knew were trying to destroy you. Comment 333 if you believe I've been with you through it all. You've been walking through days that felt dry, cold, uncertain. You've asked, "Where are you, God?" And even when I was silent, I was still moving. I was still weaving your story together. There's so much you don't see yet, but you will. You will look back and realize that the silence wasn't abandonment. It was preparation. I was setting the stage. I was writing the chapter that comes after the pain. I was building the strength you'd need for the blessing. Because yes, the blessing is still coming. The miracle is still on its way. It hasn't been cancelled. It hasn't been lost. It's just been waiting for the right time. And now, that time is near. I need you to hold on. I need you to believe me just a little longer. Not because your faith has to be huge, but because I can do much with even the smallest yes. You don't have to fix yourself before I help you. You don't need a perfect past or a perfect mindset or a perfect plan. You just need a heart that says, "I want you, God." And that's what you've already shown me. That's why I'm speaking to you. That's why I'm pleading with you. Because the enemy would love nothing more than for you to walk away right before the breakthrough. But I love you too much to let that happen. You are more than what's been done to you. You are more than your brokenness, more than your fear, more than your sin. You are a child of the King. You are the one I call by name, the one I weep over, the one I died for, the one I live for. My spirit has been hovering over your life, waiting for this very moment. And now, heaven is leaning in, ready to release what I've prepared. Comment 555 if you're ready to receive what I've prepared. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed a 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life. But now, you can reverse it. Say these 9 words, and wealth starts to follow you starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Don't let the delay convince you I changed my mind. I never did. I never will. What I spoke over you still stands. What I promised is still alive. The enemy tried to distract you, to make you feel disqualified, forgotten, too late. But none of that is true. You are right where you need to be. Even the detours served a purpose. Even the waiting was not wasted. I've used the quiet seasons to refine your spirit, to strip away what couldn't go with you into the next chapter, to sharpen your discernment, to deepen your compassion, to build a foundation that can carry the weight of what's coming. And what's coming is good, so good. More than you asked for, more than you thought was possible. Not because you've earned it, but because I'm your father, and I love to give good gifts to my children. I want to see you walking in peace, not just once in a while, but daily. I want to see you free. I want to see you no longer chained to the lies that said you'd never be enough, no longer trapped by the fear that kept you small, no longer held down by shame that I already forgave. You're not meant to live in spiritual poverty. You're not meant to just scrape by in hope. You're meant to walk boldly in the light I've placed within you. The miracle that's coming isn't just about blessing you, it's about changing you, so that when it comes, you'll know how to walk in it. You'll know it wasn't luck. You'll know it wasn't your efforts alone. It was me. It was grace. It was my love moving mountains behind the scenes. And when people see your life change, they'll ask how it happened, and your story will point back to me. I'm not just changing your situation. I'm healing your heart. I'm restoring your confidence. I'm reigniting your faith. I'm showing you how much you matter to me. You've walked through seasons that made you question your worth, but I'm here to remind you your value never changed. Not in your worst moments, not in your silence, not in your setbacks. You've always been priceless to me. You are not forgotten. You are not ignored. You are not overlooked. You are seen. You are loved. You are chosen. You are mine, and nothing will change that. I know you've been tempted to numb the pain, to silence the questions, to just keep going and ignore the ache. But I want you to pause now. Let me speak to the places you've kept hidden. Let me in. Let me hold what you've tried to carry alone. There is healing in my presence. There is peace in my voice. There is strength in surrender. You don't need to pretend anymore. You don't need to hide. You can bring it all to me. Your confusion, your regrets, your anxiety. I'm not intimidated by your brokenness. I'm not ashamed of your past. I want all of it because I want all of you. I can work with honesty. I can rebuild from the rubble. I can turn ashes into beauty. This is not the end. This is not the final chapter. There is more. There is joy you haven't tasted yet. There is freedom you haven't walked in yet. There is laughter, healing, strength, and love waiting ahead. And it's not far now. You are so much closer than you think.